All right, Satan shoes on Palm Sunday. And please, when you're watching this, please recognize that we are not talking about Lil Nas X. Yes, he is the person behind these Satan shoes, but he is just a pawn in a larger game. Nike is really the corporation that we should be talking about. Lil Nas X does not understand what's happening. That's why he's tweeting me. That's why he's saying, oh, I know I did something right if Candace Owens is Lil Nas X and Candace Owens are not even right now thinking in the same regard, right? He is thinking he can make money. He, just like Cardi B, like every other Black American that is being used by these corporations, they don't understand what they are being used for. They don't understand that they are being used really to just initiate evil throughout American society, and that Black Americans are just the conduit, right? Corporations, other companies overseas, people that have nefarious intentions against American values, they realize that they can use Black Americans to accomplish their evil means. That is just 100% the truth. Nike is poisonous, and I want to be very clear here. I will never purchase anything from Nike ever again. I am asking any person that follows me and understands and believes in the things that I am trying to do to take that very simple pledge to never buy a product from Nike ever again, okay? We saw them behind the push behind Black Lives Matter. They knew Black Lives Matter was destroying Black neighborhoods, that more Black men were being locked up because of Black Lives Matter rioting and protests, that more Black Americans died by other Black Americans in Black Lives Matter riots and protests than Black Americans that were killed by police. They didn't care. They used Colin Kaepernick. They furthered this because Nike has a real interest in the destruction of America, and they really understand that Black Americans have an obsession almost with Black athletes and Black artists, and they will just do anything that Black athletes and Black artists say. And unfortunately, not just Black artists, but all artists typically, and all athletes typically are not smart enough to understand this, right? So their platforms get hijacked by corporations that are much smarter than them. They are tokens, tools to further much more horrible incentives, and they're even aware because all they see is a check. So Lil Nas X, for those of you that don't know already, Lil Nas X is releasing a shoe. It is literally Satan, a Satan shoe that contains 1 drop of human blood. All right. So all the time that we've been saying as conservatives that it really does feel like what is happening right now in America is satanic. Well, here we are, Lil Nas X, Satan shoes, and he doesn't understand what is problematic about this. Just like Cardi B doesn't understand what's problematic about her performance. They think we're making it big. Candace is the problem because she's commenting on this. First and foremost, what they are doing, okay, it is a form of gaslighting, and Ben Shapiro talked about this often. I'm going to spell this out, the left does, what these people do. They do something that is so perverted, so loud, so disruptive. They want us to comment, right? So it would be an attack if they were just walking down the street and we were like, oh, look at this person, they're a horrible person. They expect us, right, by doing what they do to comment. You don't get on stage at the Grammys or the VMAs and hump another woman like a dog, okay, and then not expect people to comment. You don't sit down and design a shoe and say, let's put 1 drop of human blood in it. Let's put 1 drop of human blood. Let's call it the Satan shoe. Let's make sure we only sell 666 of them. Satan, because you don't want people to comment, right? They are doing this because they want the attention. They are the people that want attention. Then we comment because they want us to comment, and then they turn around and they go, oh my gosh, why are they commenting? What is wrong with these conservatives? There's something wrong with them. Why are they even looking at us? Why are they even watching this? This is literally gaslighting, okay? Cardi B's a gaslighter. Lil Nas X is a gaslighter. I'm commenting because they want us to comment, and we should comment because they're doing something that's so rotten and perverted that it is something that society should talk about, because you have to acknowledge the thing that they're doing is rotten and perverted. You have to realize right now the people that are doing good are being persecuted, and people that are doing bad are being given a platform because we have evil corporations that have a much more sinister motive behind what they're doing, right? So we have in this same week, we are talking about the young Black girls in Washington, D.C. that hijacked the Uber Eats car, killed the guy. He literally is dead, died. You can watch the tape of this Asian American immigrant, right? This Asian immigrant in our country in Washington, D.C. being killed. And people say, why does this happen? Why are Black Americans committing these crimes? Why are Black Americans behind the most violence in America, right? We're 13% of the population, and we account for something like over 50% of all the violent crimes. When you talk about Asian Lives Matter, you talk about the fact that Black Americans are the #1 violent offenders against Asians. You talk about Black Lives Matter, and you understand that Black Americans are the #1 violent offenders against other Black Americans, right? So we actually commit a disproportionate amount of crime in this country. You talk about that and people say, oh, it's because of white supremacy. What? It's because of white supremacy. Look at our culture, okay? Look at what we are being told that we should idolize. Look at the people that these corporations, who I believe are the real racists, right? I think they see Black Americans, they see us as stupid. I believe they see us as pawns, and they say to Black America, look, I'll give you a check. Why don't you go on stage and pop yourself and just keep popping yourself and popping your vagina into another woman's vagina, and we'll give you a check. We'll give you a check. And then we have Black Americans going, oh, we made it. This is great. This is great because this person made it, right? Lil Nas X. Why don't you dress like a centaur in chaps and do a song that's about Satan and jumping into the pits of hell while also creating a Satan shoe? And we'll give you a check, we'll give you a check, we'll give you a check. And we'll run all of this great press. And we'll say that what you're doing is amazing and it's forward and it's progressive. And then you say you don't understand what is wrong with Black America. We have a sick culture. It is ill, okay? We are literally dying, okay? And you have people that are going around trying to gaslight me. What's wrong with Candace? How dare Candace Owens comment on the fact that Black America culture is cancer? How dare she say that, right? We are never, ever, ever going to get better, okay? These corporations that are actually racist, Nike, you're a racist corporation, want nothing to do with Nike, okay? They know that because that's the point. That is the point, right? They constantly enslave our minds and to make us aspire towards degeneracy, right? To make us aspire and stand in line so we can get one pair of the 666 pairs that are available of this Satan shoe that has 1 drop of human blood. Keep us angry, keep us emotional. The idea is to make us think that there's nothing wrong with women naked, popping themselves half naked on stage. That's what we should aspire to, right? Maybe one day you can grow up and you can be like that. All you have to do is do something more provocative, more debasing, something more degenerate. If you can top this degeneracy, if you can make yourself even more degenerate, we might even give you a check. We say that to the Black youth, right? We say that to all the youth. Forget, it's not even a color anymore, right? Black Americans just tend to be the conduit because I believe from the bottom of my heart that these corporations believe Black Americans are the dumbest. They look at the statistics. They know that Black Americans are faring the worst in this country, and they pretend it's about white supremacy. They pretend it's about white supremacy, right? And they don't teach us facts in school. Obviously, there's a reason why African immigrants come to this country and do better than Black Americans. There's a reason that Caribbeans come into America and fare better than Black Americans that have been here for generations. Pick any group that came here with nothing. Irish Americans came here. Everybody does better than Black Americans. Asian Americans better than Black Americans. Black Americans are doing the worst. And we're never going to get better because we refuse to accept the diagnosis. We refuse to accept that Black culture is sick right now, okay? It's like being a person, you go to the doctor, and instead of the doctor telling you that you have cancer, they go, oh, it's fine, it's something else, you know, it's gotta be this, it's gotta be that. Don't ignore the cancer's fine. You know it's gonna kill us. You know that what is happening right now in Black America is going to kill us. You know that we're not even promoting talented artists anymore. We are promoting the most perverted artist. Whoever can be the most perverted, that can deliver the most toxicity to Black Americans, to Black youth. Mind you, Lil Nas X has come out and said that right now he wants to make music for young kids. So he has come out and said that young children are his target audience, right? Go look up the articles. I'm making it up. Young children are his target audience. So we're giving them Satan, we're giving them chaps, we're giving them cross-dressing, and we are saying to them that this is progressive, this is what you should aspire to. And what's going to happen with this generation? What's going to happen with this next generation of Black Americans? You know, I know. Same thing that's always happened. We're going to be at the bottom of American society. And then people are going to say, why? And we're going to say, because we've learned it. We've been programmed by the same corporations that are taking everything from us. These same corporations are telling us it's because of white supremacy. No, it's not. It's because of woke supremacy. So woke, we can't see the obvious. We can't see that turning prostitution and stripping and degeneracy into an art form and propagating it to all of our children, That's what's killing Black America. You want to say Candace Owens is the problem for telling you the truth, right? Oh, God, how could Candace say, I just can't believe she would use her platform to say the truth. Because you want to be told lies. My kids will be fine because I understand that degeneracy is degeneracy. You can't put Colin Kaepernick in a Nike ad and convince me that Black Lives Matter, which is making billions of dollars, and those billions of dollars are not going in the Black community. Billions of dollars raised off of Black pain and Black hurt that is not going into the Black community. Okay? You can't convince me to support that. You can't convince me to watch the Grammys and to see a performance like that and tell me that that woman is named Woman of the Year by Billboard. You can't convince me that that's normal and that that's not because you want to kill the culture, that you want to harm the next generation of Black Americans and beyond that. You can't convince me that it's normal that we are creating a shoe, right, to worship Satan, that you're saying this is normal. This is so subversive and cool, but that this is normal stuff. You can't convince me of that because I'm an independent thinker and I do not follow culture and I do not care who hates me. I don't care because your media told you that Candace is this. If you want it, I don't care about any of that stuff. I care about the truth, and people that follow me